Hello, welcome to the Durka channel, also the Cat's Garage. Well, we're gonna get back on the interstate, so Razaron, that's what I go by on all the forums that I'm on and everything else. Typically, I'm on all the Subaru forums, but I have started joining a lot of Mazda forums as I have a few different Mazdas now in my, as I call it, my collection. My wife would call it my problem. So I also have a 2001 NB2 LS Miata, and it's in storage now because it is winter time. It was a very nice day out. It was in the 50s, so I took the, as you can see, the FD3S Mazda RX-7. This is pretty much stock for the most part. It does have coilovers on it, some eBay brand, I believe, what the previous owner, well, a couple of owners ago, put on it. It does run a staggered setup, but otherwise it's mainly stock except for some visual things. I guess I shouldn't say it's mainly stock. It does have a street port 13B REW motor in it. It still runs the twin sequential turbos. And I must say, I've now owned this car for about 3 weeks now. And this car is a blast. I love getting in this car and driving it. My friend owned this car before he sold it to me, and I gotta say that he gave me an outstanding deal on this car, mainly because he didn't want to deal with every single person showing up at his doorstep wanting to take the car out for a test drive. So he told me what he paid for it and showed me it, and then he said, I'll sell it to you for this much. I am not going to disclose that price, but I definitely believe I got an awesome deal. As you can see, the car is still mainly stock. It has had a respray as well. Once again, this is a 1993. And it's got just under 67,000 miles on it. It does have the FC Commander, so it does have the Apex FC module, or ECU in it, I should say. It does also have an aftermarket stereo. There's the gauges there. I just ordered and received my gauges, so I got a triple gauge cluster that will go right up there where that speaker is, and I will be putting EGT, AFR, wideband, and boost gauges in that triple mount. And then as I get farther into it, actually 2 owners ago also had put a Mishimoto aluminum twin row radiator in it, so that's pretty much been covered. One of the things I'm going to look at doing is mainly longevity type mods and cooling mods, anything that can help this car stay as cool as possible. So maybe look at upgrading the fuel system, and also doing like an AST swirl pot for the coolant system. But for the most part, I also run premix in it. So I use Petite Racing's premix that they sell, and yeah, everything on this car is fun. The pop-up headlights, they do work. Some people always wonder, well, why is there a switch to pop them up? Well, if you want to change out the headlights or if you want to clean them, you have to get to them. So therefore, you pop up the headlights by hitting the switch and then they pop up. Now, some people go away from these pop-up headlights, but I am a huge fan of the pop-up headlights. So I will not be going away from those. Additionally, one of the things that you typically see on these cars now is a lot of people like to convert to the 99 style front bumper. However, I really do like the bumper that came on here. And I think the previous owner did a great job as far as adding the chin spoiler there, and then also going with the dark lensed, clear lensed blinkers and side lights right there. So anyway, keep going around the car here. I mean, it does have a few dings here and there. So you can see one right here, you know, door dings where wonderful people just don't care about other people's cars, throw open their doors, all that kind of stuff. Yes, it does have an aftermarket exhaust on it, but like I said, anything that helps out the car breathe better and everything else, I'm all for it. So, but nothing major down here as well. Extremely clean car. Once again, this is a 1993 with under 67,000 miles. So there's no rust anywhere on this car. It's extremely clean, extremely well looked after with all the owners that seem to have had it. 2 owners ago had added this carbon fiber spoiler. Still has the stock rear tail lights and everything else. So I've been looking at the modifications where they take these out, take them apart, and you can do the circles in here. But for the most part, I like the fact that it's still got that stock appearance. I'm not so much about changing pretty much anything on this car. I do like pretty much the way it is right now. So I probably won't be doing a whole lot, like I said, other than longevity type items. Keeping that motor cool and keeping it from, or doing everything in my power to keep it from detonating and destroying the apex seals or blowing out any other seals. So this car came from the factory originally with this 16x8 front and rear wheels. It's a 50 offset. Currently what's on here, I want to say these are 225 50 R16s. And then in the rear, they have a 245 45, I believe. Yes, 245 45 ZR16s. But these are pretty much almost completely toasted. Right now, it's a fun drift car. And not intentionally. It just, the back end loves to, but it loves to come around. However, it's so easy to hold the car wherever you want it. It's amazingly, I should say, if there's any car to drift with, this is definitely the car to drift with. It just so smooth when it comes out, but it holds it. It's not like it's scary, oh my goodness, this car is going to get away from me. It holds it right where it's at. And it comes back nicely. So I gotta say, it's not like I'm intentionally out there doing it. It's just, you know, when you start doing a turn, all of a sudden the car likes to go a little sideways. But anyway, so I just wanted to do an introduction video. This is one of the new ones to the Cat's Garage, and we will be showing some other things when it comes to this car. Leave comments down below and everything else. If you have questions, if you have ideas of things to do with this car, let me know. But like I said, I have other projects. As some of you know, I have the Subaru race car. It's a 2.5 RS Coupe. Additionally, I have the Miata. So the Miata's job is mainly, it's my summer daily driver. So I'm not driving the Ram over there. One, the Miata gets way better gas mileage. And yeah, so I like driving it. It's like driving a go-kart to work every day. But the RX-7 here, this is mainly going to be for nice weekends, such as this weekend, and going out for cruises, going to car shows and car meets and that kind of stuff. That's, you know, the purpose of this car for me. I'm not going to turn it into a race car. I'm not going to cut it up and put wide body kit on it or anything like that. I want to keep it pretty much exactly the way it is and just have an awesome driver car for the weekends and for car shows and car meets and road rallies and stuff like that. But anyway, this video is coming up on 10 minutes. This is, once again, like I said, it's just an introduction of the new car. I think I am going to name this car before my boys name it, something that I'm like, what? But so I'm going to name this car, I'm going to name it Nadene. Why? Why not? I don't know.